Thank you. Welcome to the Psychedelic Stream live stream. I am Vinyl Piper, Chris, and I appreciate you coming back. We've done this the past few weeks. Last week, we did the Northwest. The week before that was UK, US Pop Psych. Before that was Halloween, was like US Heavy Psych. Tonight, we're going to jump into Peruvian psychedelic rock. And I'm just going to go straight to actually, I'm going to play 7 tracks. They're all from my collection. And before I do that, if you like any of these songs, grab this album. It's been reissued. I'll put that up there. This has got everything that I'm going to play and way more, the best of Peruvian. It's so much. It's so good. There's so much music in here. Really, really good. Much like when the Beatles conquered America, they also conquered Peru, and that spawned a bunch of bands. Starting off, Los Psychos. And once Los Psychos came, everything came, and it was really interesting. But the first thing I'm going to show, actually, no, let me say hello. Los Holies. Yes, the first track's going to be Los Holies. You can hear me. Had a Peruvian hat made. Yes, that was good. We're going to go straight to Los Holies. Actually, this is a reissue. Let me get rid of that. And this is the original. You're going to hear the original. So Peruvian, it's kind of like Zamrock. There's a lot of pops and ticks, and the quality of the pressings weren't great. I suggest don't start chasing OGs. I've been doing the OG thing with this for like 25 years, and I'll go into that more a little later. The reissues are great. Okay, right off the bat, Los Holies. about that? That is some good stuff. This is all instrumental. I was so happy to actually find this. It's super clean on the Sono Radio. But don't bother getting that. You can get it on here. This is the Electrico Harmonics. And this is out of Spain. It's got the whole album, and I think it's been reissued again. Really, really good stuff. Okay, my wife is from Peru, which is kind of what got me into this whole Peruvian mess, I guess you'd say. We've been married for 15 years, 16 years. We've known each other for like 25 years. And we used to go down to Peru and buy Peruvian records. I didn't even know about any of this. And then once I found out, I went crazy. There's a guy out of Burbank, California, who actually reissued a bunch of the records and the Inca Rock discography. So he had his website in the late 90s. And he had every single 45 LP. And I used to track, like Los Yorks, 199, 156. I would track how much they would sell for. We'd go to Peru and buy an LP for $10 and sell it on eBay for $100. And I've got Traffic Sound. I got all this stuff. It was nice to be able to pull this out. And it's really gotten me hooked. Tarkus. We'll talk about Tarkus in a bit. Again, I don't want to talk too much. Breakfast King of Loyola. Oh, yes. I've got a whole lot of... Actually, no. Checked out any of the Chicha Revival bands. No, I haven't checked out the Chicha Revival bands. I've got a bunch of Chicha and Cumbia and a whole section there. And that'll be like a whole another stream sometime. And ironically, I don't speak Spanish. My wife speaks Spanish. I should know Spanish. I understand what she's saying, but I don't speak Spanish. Okay, so the next one, what did I say? I've got little notes here. So I'd go in and would go to the singles. So she would go, we'd go together, but then I'd get the gringo price. I'd walk in there and go, "Ooh, I want that and I want that." And they would charge me this crazy price. And so she finally stopped allowing me to go. I would go by myself, kind of look what I'd want, and then she would go in there and get the prices. And so this is We All Together. It's a single that used Mickey Mouse, and it immediately got banned on the Meg label. Los Shain, which I'm going to play up here real soon. I've got lots of singles, lots of LPs. Traffic Sound. What does this have? They do a version of Sky Pilot. A really, really good version of Sky Pilot. Okay, no more talking. I talked about that. Next song, Los Belking. So this isn't all like heavy psych. It starts off garage, surf. They were, Lima's on the coast, so there was a lot of surf influences, really good guitar. And then it kind of, they morphed, much like the United States and the UK. They went from garage to rock to heavy psych. They did that transition. And so Los Belkings is one of those. Here's another instrumental, and this is Los Belkings. Los Belkings. Really good. The guitar player, I don't know which one's the guitar player. They were all teenagers when they first became a band, and the guitar player won a bunch of guitar contests, and they've got a bunch of different albums. Really, really good stuff. Okay, do we have any wise cracks? We gotta love the fuzz tone on that. Okay. Next one. Up next, Los Shains. Look at that cover. Really, really cool cover. On the Odeon label, very popular Peruvian label. You can get this as a reissue as well. It's their fourth album. We'll just go right into it.
Este error se debe evitar, de acabar a la humanidad con el fuego de la destrucción. Oh, 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 oh. El horizonte de llamas lleno está y los hongos de fuego vuelven ya. Quizá queda algún loco muy allá que a los inocentes quiere exterminar. Oh, 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 oh. Que jamás nos debió crear para tener tan triste final. Oh, debo ya terminar. Oh, 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 oh. Ay, siento aquí el calor asesino que jamás debimos crear. Oh.
That was Los Shains. That was their fourth album. They were like the first garage psych band to leave Lima and go up the coast and play the other cities and kind of spread this type of music. Okay. Next one is actually, here's the cover. The next one, we're just going to go. Actually, let me get rid of that. Is Zulu. You can get this. This song, Candela, is one of the more famous Peruvian psych, kind of funky tracks. Get the reissue. It sounds a lot better. You're going to hear some snap, crackle, and pop. I do have an original. It took me a long time to find this. I love this. It's a really good album. It's called Zulu. The song is called Candela. (1974). That is Zulu, and the song is Candela. It was studio musicians, jazz and fusion musicians who went and they recorded that album. And most of the Peruvian pressings are pretty rough. And if they say it's an EX, maybe it's a VG or VG minus. They're very generous with their grading. Okay. The drink of Peru is pisco. When you first arrive in Peru, they give all the gringos pisco sours. Pisco is kind of like tequila. Tequila. So I'm going to have Viva Peru. Yeah, it's like their tequila. Okay. That was Zulu. I hope everything sounds good. I've got a few other singles. Traffic Sound. La Camita. Los Belkings. I need to rip this. And what really got me into Peru, I'm going to do an episode just on Los Psychos. Los Psychos heard the Beatles and started their own band. Really, really good tracks. These are all original. The song Demolition is like in all the comps, which I've got that single and I can't find it. I got these when they were really cheap. And nowadays, Demolition, I think, is like a $900 single. These are probably in the low 3 digits, I'm guessing. I haven't looked for them in a while. Los Daltons. My wife loves Los Daltons. We actually went and saw Los Daltons a few times. And then Los Psychos, white label promo. Okay. We've got 3 more songs to go. I'm going to make this quick and easy. The next one is St. Thomas Pepper Smelter. What a weird band name. The St. Thomas Pepper Smelter, Soul and Pepper. Enjoy this one. That was St. Thomas. No, what's that? The St. Thomas Pepper Smelter. Here's the original. Really good reissue. It's faithful to the original. Super, super hard record to find as an original. On that list that I had mentioned earlier, that I printed this out March 24th, 2007, when I was tracking Peruvian prices. And this album from eBay, I would track the sales. As of 2007, it sold for $173, $171, $170, and $150. I imagine what that album is worth now today. Super hard to get. I've got the cover as a G plus and the vinyl as a VG. Get the reissue. Okay, two more tracks. I hope you guys are enjoying this. The next one is probably the most, actually, before I mention that, all these records behind me are Peruvian records. And I have 3 cubes of Peruvian rock and roll. And the thing about doing this Psychedelic 7 is all these are rips from my own records. So I really need to start ripping because none of those I have ripped. And so I couldn't even play this. I would love to play Lagonia or Traffic Sound. I only have this one album from Traffic Sound, or Los Yorks. I love Los Yorks. Okay, we've got a comment. Christopher Keebler. Thank you, Christopher Keebler. I hope you like some of this Peruvian stuff. Dagon says, super fun music. Okay, yeah, I'll stop talking. More. This next one is Traffic Sound, and it is probably the most famous Peruvian band out there. They wrote in English and in Spanish, and they've got multiple albums, and here's a very popular song. Great track. Great track. Very much like that track. So on my list from this album, this is Traffic Sound Virgin. This came out in 1969. In my list from 2007, eBay sales were 250, 153, 84, and 48. The album, A Bailar Go-Go, which do I have? No, I don't have it up there. In 2007, almost 20 years ago, the album sold on eBay for 800, 500, 400. Really rare. Okay, that's it. We're on the last one. That was Traffic Sound Virgin. This is, I think, the most common album to get. And I've got a variety of their singles. Okay, this last album, I'm so glad that I found this. These guys were so loud in Lima that they were asked to not come back to the clubs where they played at unless they brought smaller amplifiers. This is heavy, Black Sabbath, hard, heavy psych. This is called Pax. The album's called May God and Your Will Land You and Your Love Miles Away from Evil. If that makes any sense. This is an original cover. Really, really cool. Crazy cover. Hard to find it in this condition. This is the last track from the stream. I hope you guys have liked it. Nice and quick. Cowbell. Oh, that was it. The end surprised me at the last second. It reminds me of Lightning. Oh, I love that Lightning album. Okay, that is it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Before I wrap this up, I want to remind you to grab this. All these songs are in this. Let's see if I can find that comment, the very top of all this thread. This is the one to buy. Back to the Peru, the most complete compilation. And the link is right there. It's been reissued a few times. All of these albums have been reissued, but I did notice the reissue for this is like $100. So it's not super affordable right now. Let me go look at my list. How much was PAX going for? The PAX wasn't even on my, oh, there it was. The singles were going for 147, 174. They do a cover of Radar Love. Pretty interesting cover of Radar Love. I don't even have that, but I would be remiss if I didn't bring up one last record right there. That is called Tarkus. It is the rarest Peruvian hard rock record there is. There's nothing rare. I challenge you to find something rare. And I'm going to read you the prices for Tarkus as of March 24th, 2007. They went on eBay for $3,400, $2,800, $2,700, and $1,500. That's how much Tarkus was. Chris, you can always rewind. So that's it. I'm going to end this stream by playing Tarkus. Tarkus isn't psych, but you should know about Tarkus. And if you could find that album, that's been my holy grail for a long time. It's definitely hard rock, not even great hard rock, but it's so rare to find this record. It's thousands of dollars, and you can get the reissue. And I don't even have it. I only have the reissue. So I'm going to break a rule, and I'm just going to end this stream by playing a YouTube of this. I'm going to repeat this on Sunday. So I do Psychedelic 7 Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and Sunday night at 7 a.m. I choose the best of the two shows. I cut it down, put it up on my playlist, and I do have a playlist. Actually, I'm not going to be able to find, yes. Let me share with you my Psychedelic 7 playlist where I'm putting all these. Go in the comments. That's where this is going to live, this show, and then last week's Northwest Psych. It was a really good episode, and all others. So go check that out. Here is Tarkus. Thanks for tuning in, and I'm probably going to keep Tarkus up for about a minute or two, and then I'm going to end the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I just surpassed 7,000 subs today. It's taken a long time to get there, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see if I can do this. Here is Tarkus. Thank you very much.
Solo va pensando su vida es el